Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Kevin made us breakfast again today, and we're having oats with rice milk and peaches. These were just frozen peaches. Maria S. asked what it's like taking a shower in the travel trailer, and since I'm getting ready to hop in the shower, I thought I would cover that really quickly. It's pretty good. We're really happy that we went with a corner shower unit. And what you see above is an area that lets light in, but it's also adds 4 or 5 inches to the shower, so that's really helpful for Kevin. And the hot water the water gets really hot, but it's not a big hot water tank. So it's nice because we can keep the water pressure for the hot water down pretty low and use mostly cool water, and that it kind of extends our shower. And the shower head has this feature to turn the water flow off, so you can kind of stand outside the shower. Since it is, a smaller shower, you can stand outside the shower and get your water temperature right, turn off the flow, put it back up here, and then get in the shower and turn it on. I'm getting ready to take a shower, so I'll have Kevin time amount of time that the hot water lasts, and then I'll tell you when I get out. My towels are hanging over there. That's kind of where I hang my towels during my shower, and then I just pull them in the shower with me and they don't get wet there. There's our shower. So we're headed to Mass, and I wanted to tell you about my shower. It was good. It was 12 minutes. I didn't time the time that it took me to warm up the water. I just timed the time from when I got in the shower and until the time that I started losing my hot water. So it might be fun for you if you're considering this type of lifestyle to set a timer before you take a shower, and one that you can hear like on your phone or something, and see if you can do everything that you need to do in 12 minutes. You may finish before 12 minutes even. Kevin also mentioned that I should point out to you guys that that is with heating our water up using electricity. Our water heater is also capable of heating water using gas, so using propane. But we have it just hooked up to electricity today, so the results might be different. You might be able to heat up the water more quickly using gas, therefore get an even longer shower. And then of course, I'm sure travel trailer hot water tanks vary in size. We ordered our salad at Olive Garden without the dressing and without cheese, and instead we got oil and vinegar. I ordered eggplant parmesan with no cheese and the kids' tomato sauce. And Kevin got minestrone soup.
We're going for a walk.
Okay, go on.
Go on.
Go on.
Come on. There.
Go. I love you. But you have to go too.
Why? Just lay right here by you.
Oh. Good job, bud. Hey guys, we just finished up with our walk, and we thought we'd take this opportunity to answer a viewer question.
This one's from Amanda Bunles.
And hi, Amanda. And Kevin hasn't heard this question before, so hopefully we can have some really cool dialogue just by me catching him off guard. So her question says, "It's really inspirational to see how on board you and your husband have been during this process. Thank you very much. It feels like that is one of my biggest challenges so far, is having my husband see the light with minimalism life changes." So basically, here's what happened. A long time ago, I used to be a total and complete pack rat.
Like, I was the one that always wanted us to get rid of stuff.
Kevin really wasn't trying to get us at all to be minimalists.
No, I was trying to be minimalist. I just wanted a little bit, like, more organized, tidy.
Right. And I just had cabinets and cabinets filled with pillowcases, multiple sets of dishes, cabinets, multiple filled with coffee cups.
I mean, we had a junk drawer, and...
We had, like, both of our nightstands, the top drawers were junk drawers.
Yeah.
And
Our, like, shed was full of stuff. Our garage, depending on what house we were at, our garage was just full of stuff.
couldn't really even walk in there. We had two 20 by 20 storage units that were so full, you basically had to climb in them to access anything.
Yeah.
So,
And I didn't necessarily want us to get rid of all of it. I was just frustrated that it was all such a mess. But now, what we've realized is you really can't have that much stuff and have it clean, tidy, and minimal.
and have the freedom.
And have the freedom.
I mean, I guess you can have all of those things.
But you gotta have someone else to take care of it all for you or something.
Right. I mean, to be honest, so I used to work outside of our house, and when I worked outside of our house, we would have a housekeeper. And we've had several different housekeepers over the years, and I can acknowledge that that's just kind of crazy since, I mean, I guess I can say that's like ridiculous. I feel like that's ridiculous since it's just the two of us. It's not like we have, kids that are making a mess. I mean, so here's just two adults and two dogs, and we can't keep it together enough to not have a housekeeper. So, and that cost us a lot of money. So when we decided to move to the house that we live in now, I quit my job. So I have had various jobs over the years, but I quit my latest job. And I thought, okay, well, we're buying this big, beautiful house. I'll be at home and I'll manage all of this stuff, and we'll just have this beautiful life. It will just be great. It'll be fun. Well, I would say probably about a year in, I thought, no, I'm not happy. This isn't fun. This is just, I don't want all this stuff. I don't want to spend my day messing with all of this stuff.
And then on the weekends, when I was off, once again, we'd be, like, messing with our stuff in the garage, like, more of my stuff. It's like, I gotta get all this stuff organized, because it's all in the way. I get to walk around it.
So it really started with me cleaning out my closet. Before, like, thinking about minimalism or anything like that, I just started thinking, I want to get rid of a lot of stuff in my closet. So, Kevin and I, at one point, we had our clothes, mostly my clothes, but we had our clothes in our upstairs bedroom. Closet was completely full. Our guest room closet was completely full, and our downstairs closet was completely full of just our clothes. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was cool. Like, I thought,
Yeah.
wow, I've got a lot of clothes. I'm really fortunate to have all these clothes.
We kind of did go through a period of time where we thought all of our stuff was just, like, it was just cool to have, like, just a bunch of stuff. Like, we've got everything.
Right, and we thought, this is great. We don't want to have to go to the store and buy something. If we just keep all this stuff, we always have what we need. But we still bought stuff.
It's still, that didn't turn out to be true.
Yeah, that didn't turn, we told that lie to ourselves,
Yeah.
for a long time. So then when I said, for our 2015 New Year's resolution, I sat down on the couch and I had a calendar and I said, I want us to become minimalists in 2015. Like, I just want to get rid of, 70 to 80% of our belongings, And we didn't know at that point, I don't think we knew at that point that we were going to move into a travel trailer. Mm-hmm. No, we just thought we were going to keep our house and just get rid of a lot of our stuff. And I think Kevin was kind of like, what was your reaction?
Well, like, then I was just like, okay, I guess we can get rid of some stuff. I guess what happened was I was like on board, but I wasn't like wanting to get rid of like everything. Like there were even times where I thought Ashley was kind of overdoing it, and I was like, no, I don't want to get rid of like my table saw or whatever.
Right. And we weren't fighting. I think that I just kind of would back off a little bit and I would just keep getting rid of stuff. Or I would say, let's just get rid of 5 things today. Okay, you don't want to get rid of that, but let's just get rid of like 5 things today. What can you find? Surely there's things in here. And I would know something that he had a lot of, and I would say, okay, can we get rid of, how many screwdrivers do you need?
Yeah. So here's what kind of like did it for me. Like, here's what kind of like tipped the snowball down the hill. It's like, once you go through something, like for instance, I did go through my screwdrivers, and I went through them, and I had like 7 of them in my hand, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna get rid of these, and like throwing those in like a bin to get rid of gave me like kind of this high, like whoa. And then I looked at all my screwdrivers that I had, and I was like, that made it organized. And then it was almost like fun, like, okay, I'm gonna do this to my wrenches now. And then I did it, and I had like a handful of wrenches that I was just like, I threw away. And I was just like, whoa, this feels almost like kind of like empowering or something. And then it like, once you do it once, you're like, okay, cool, I'm gonna do it to my clothes now, or you get like this sense of like, I don't know, it's kind of fun.
Right. And he would definitely hit probably more plateaus than I would. Maybe that's not true because I definitely hit plateaus in the kitchen. I think what it is
Yeah.
I had more areas, I guess, that I was in charge of. But, because I did definitely hit plateaus in the kitchen. Cookbooks.
I mean, Ashley definitely did kind of like, I don't want to say make me, but like really encouraged me to do it.
Yeah. I mean, I pushed.
I needed help. Like, I needed some pushing.
But I didn't, I don't think I was annoying.
No, it wasn't annoying.
I was more just like, whenever I felt resistance, I would just ask him for 2 things. Just get rid of 2 things today. And it
then
could
I'd be
be
like,
a piece of trash or whatever.
Yeah, because I'd usually be like, oh, I can't get rid of anything. Okay, I'll look. And then, you look, and you're like, well, okay. And it just kind of, leads from one thing to the next.
And I would be really happy at that point. I would be like, great, thank you, awesome. Aren't you glad you got rid of those 2 items? And then he'd be like, yeah. And then also, I would notice that after he would declutter stuff, like his screwdrivers, just for example, that's just one very small example, but he would come to me and he would be like days later, and he would be like, yeah, I had to use, I had to use one of my hand saws, and it was nice because I knew exactly where it was, and I just have this one hand saw now, And he would be like, yeah, and I would be like, that's great, babe. I'm experiencing that too with the things I'm decluttering.
Yeah, it's nice going to use your stuff, because then you don't have all the excess that you're, digging through.
So, what would be your suggestion? Let's each think of, one suggestion if your spouse isn't on board. I guess if you have a spouse that's not on board, I think that the best thing you can do is your spouse loves you. So, if you have a spouse that's not on board, I think you should let your spouse see how happy decluttering is making you. And when they declutter any little thing, you should just make a huge deal about it. And I don't mean be fake about it. I just mean legitimately express to them how awesome you think it is that they're doing something that you wanted them to do. And that you just really appreciate it, And I would tell Kevin that as we were decluttering, our lives were becoming easier and better because I wasn't having to mess with all of our stuff during the day as much. We ultimately ended up moving out because I found that even having, many, many, many less things than we did, I was still messing with our stuff and our house all day long.
Oh, I know what you can do. Okay, Ashley made me, I didn't even want to do this because I didn't think it was going to work. But she said, let's take everything out of the garage, every item out of the garage, and put it in the driveway. and then only put back what you love. I was like looking around the garage, and I thought, I like all this stuff. That's like a waste of time. We're just gonna waste our time doing that because I'm looking at stuff. I was like looking hard at stuff, and we did it, and we got rid of a whole truckload of stuff. So just do that. Maybe it doesn't have to be the whole garage, but just say, take out everything from whatever, your toolbox or this area, and just put back what you love. And at first you just think it's a waste of time, but just do that exercise with your spouse. Because one exercise honestly will lead to another. I can't imagine any person that wouldn't be benefited by this. So like, they'll find that it's good for them.
We hope you guys have a happy Sunday evening.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.